Hi, I'm Abigail Stevenson from KPU TV. We're proud to present the 2020 Spirit of Resilience Community Awards.
Good evening, gala participants. This is Ben Edwards, your Chamber of Commerce president. We're so excited you guys are here with us tonight to review 2020, a year that a lot of people thought was chaotic, but there are a few great bright spots in 2020, and we really want to highlight them for you this event, and then look forward into 2021. Have fun, be friends, be nice. Let's enjoy our night.
Hello, my name is Rodney Dial. I'm the Ketchikan Gateway Borough Mayor. It's my honor to be able to say a few words of encouragement tonight regarding the Chamber of Commerce 2021 gala event that is appropriately titled The Spirit of Resilience. 2020 was a horrible year for our economy and our businesses. We know people are stressed out, we see it everywhere. I'm so proud of the ways that the business community has found to stay in business, to keep people employed and on the payroll, to continue to support one another. So proud of how the communities rallied around and supported local businesses during this time of need. And I guess if there's anything I could say to you tonight, it's please don't lose hope. Hang in there. I can tell you we're working almost every day to try to find new ways to bring economic development and opportunities to this island, and we will continue to do that. We have so many good people on this island. We support one another, even our elected bodies, even though we disagree sometimes, we always find ways to work things out and get along. I think we spent our COVID money just about as best as we could. I think we're going to get an opportunity to support businesses going into the future, and we'll continue that. So all I'm going to say is keep the faith, continue to pray for our community, stay strong. We will get through this. We need you, we count on you, and we're going to support you. So thank you for all you do, and take care.
This is Bob Severson, the mayor of the city of Ketchikan. I'd like to thank the Chamber for their efforts in recognizing outstanding community members and businesses. Born and raised here, I learned about the history from my parents, grandparents, and their friends. History about the war, about relocation of some of our citizens, the rationing, about the polio epidemic and TB that struck our community, the Great Depression, and the losses associated with those events. There were devastating fires gutting the downtown, storms that toppled radio towers, sank boats, and ruined houses. There was the loss of the mill and decline of the timber industry that helped build this community. Our longest outstanding industry, our fisheries, are suffering at this time. And now there is COVID and the associated economic disaster affecting not only our economy, but the nation's. This community, our community, has the ability to adapt and bounce back when things do not go as planned. Our citizens do not believe in self-pity or dwell on our misfortunes. We acknowledge the situation, then move forward, helping our families, friends, and neighbors. This is the definition of resiliency. Ketchikan is the example and the spirit of resiliency. As we have done in the past, we will come together as a community and be stronger for it. As mayor and as a community member, I would like to thank Ketchikan for who you are. Thank you.
Hello Gala, it's me again, Ben Edwards, your Chamber of Commerce President. As I've said before, tonight we're reviewing 2020, a year that a lot of people would like to skip over. But we really want to highlight the things that made 2020 unique, the things that made 2020 special, the things that gave us hope in the year and also are going to give us hope moving forward. For the Chamber, there was a lot of good things that happened this year. One of the best things that happened for the Chamber was the hiring of Michelle O'Brien as the Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce. Her energy and her enthusiasm is going to push us to new heights as far as what we are doing in the community. We're very excited for you to be a part of us. We're very excited about our new board, the new people that have been elected. We're excited about what the opportunities that are arising in Ketchikan. I think that a lot of times it's easy to get bogged down in the past. I choose to celebrate the past and move on to the future. I think that tonight is a great time for us to do that and to really honor what people have done in the last year to raise us to new heights. So let's look forward to 2021 by reviewing 2020, and if needed, we'll leave that in the rearview mirror.
Good evening, my name's Scott Haberstad and I'm the Director of Sales and Community Marketing for Alaska Airlines here in Alaska. I so wish I was there in person in Ketchikan giving this presentation, but given the current state of affairs, this probably makes the most sense. I moved to Ketchikan when I was 6 years old. My dad moved us here to work for the city. And as a 6-year-old, getting off the jet, I'm told my first remarks were, I'm gonna fly one of those planes one day. Aviation in Southeast Alaska have captivated my attention for as long as I can remember. And I am so profoundly lucky to have found a way to turn my great love into a career. There were struggles along the way, for sure, but my love of aviation and the roots of being from this great community became the cornerstone of my life. I consider myself lucky to be from Ketchikan and thankful for the lessons that the community has taught me. Ketchikan has an incredibly resilient economy. It's the first city in Alaska, a pioneering community. It has evolved over the years from a thriving fishing community to a fishing and mining community to a fishing, mining, timber community to a fishing, mining, timber, and tourism community. Evolution, this gradual development from simple to complex, is part of the DNA that makes this community. Whatever challenges the community has historically faced, whether it be past economic challenges like the significant fluctuation of the price of fish, or an administration shutting down the Tongass with the roadless rule, which caused the closure of the pulp mill and the demise of the timber industry as we knew it. This community always finds a way to move forward. We've learned to take what is and add what can be and turn it into something more. And it is that attitude towards growth that makes Ketchikan special. Consider for a moment how brilliantly we adapted to tourism. When I was a kid, riding the school bus to Howling, once a week in those long days before summer vacation started for the kids, we would get the Sun Princess or the Pacific Princess in town. This was right around the time when the Love Boat was on TV. I always made sure I rode on the water side of the bus so I could see those ships. I knew that Julie and Isaac and Captain Stubing were out there. Oh yeah, and Gopher too. I so wanted to get on one of those boats. Back then, there were about 500 people on the ship. Now, the new Panamax ships hold up to 5,000 guests. With multiple ships, Ketchikan sees over 10,000 people a day in a normal year, and we will again. I started flying in the summer of '92 and continued flying in the summer and attending college in the fall. Over that time, TAC 1 and many of the other air taxis evolved from air taxis to flight seeing companies because that's how the clientele shifted. There was a clear opportunity to capitalize on, and flight seeing became the new path forward. I believe COVID-19 will create another evolution. Ketchikan and tourism will bounce back. But change will inevitably come, and this community will evolve to meet it. It always has. This is a scary time for sure, but economies evolve, and so do businesses, and so do people. No one knows this better than the people of this community. People in Ketchikan have an optimistic outlook on life. They are revolutionary in their commitment to evolution. They always have been. It is that attitude that breeds resiliency. It is that resiliency that drives the economy, the personality of the community. The people of Southeast Alaska, of Ketchikan in particular, are different than people anywhere else in the world. Alaskans care about Alaskans, but the people in Southeast have a different vibe about them when it comes to coming together and making a difference. I have, for example, been aware of 0 community-wide spaghetti feeds to support a struggling family since I moved to Anchorage in 2001. That's a Ketchikan thing. That's special. Alaska Airlines has a lot in common with Ketchikan when it comes to resiliency. We served Ketchikan since the days of Alaska Coastal Airline, when the Goose and the PBY graced Ketchikan's horizons. From landing on a net, boarding the Goose to make your way to Ketchikan, to today, where you ride the ferry to Gravina to board Alaska Airlines. We are as much a part of the fabric of this community as any other business. Alaska Airlines has evolved through changes that have come our way, from the financial market collapse to the terrorism attacks of 9/11. Whatever challenges we have faced, we have found a way to bounce back, to be better, to grow stronger. And it will be the same thing with COVID-19. We will evolve because just like Ketchikan, we are revolutionary in our commitment to evolution. Because of our conservative nature and our pioneering spirit, we've pulled through challenges, just like Ketchikan. Whenever it seems darkest, when times are tough, we've learned to change and to keep moving forward. We make opportunities out of nothing. We evolve. We adapt. Serving Southeast hasn't always been easy. But as pioneers of aviation service in this community, we've never wavered. We've evolved. We've developed and implemented RMP navigation to better serve Southeast. Now RMP technology is used nationwide to save fuel, which is both environmentally friendly and economically positive. That's just one example of how opportunities grow out of change and force us to evolve. I started working for Alaska Airlines in August of 2001. Our route structure didn't stretch much further east than Montana, with the exception of our Anchorage-Chicago flight. When the terrorist attacks of September 11th occurred, we worried people wouldn't fly again, but they did. And as a company, we positioned ourselves to grow. Our route structure evolved, and our eastward expansion began. The mid-2000s were brutal on the airline industry. Many airlines went into bankruptcy. Some came out, others did not. Alaska Airlines is the only legacy carrier that has never sought the protection of the bankruptcy courts. There were challenging times, and difficult decisions were made. Those tough decisions positioned Alaska Airlines to take advantage of the void left in the Hawaii market when some of the competition were unable to emerge from bankruptcy. Today, we fly as many flights to Hawaii as we fly to Alaska. The lesson in all this is that out of tragedy, there's oftentimes opportunity. When opportunities come out of tragedy, Alaska Airlines puts themselves in a financial and mental position to take advantage of those opportunities, whatever they might be. We, like Ketchikan, are revolutionary in our commitment to evolution. So don't forget what you are at your core. Keep supporting your neighbors. Keep loving your friends. Remember who you are and what you're about. Evolution, spirit, opportunity. Look for opportunities and don't be afraid to take advantage of them. Every time this community has faced peril, it has come out the other side better and stronger because you're all connected and committed to protecting that which makes Ketchikan special. I would like to thank the Chamber for inviting me to speak. I would like to thank you all for your business, and I wish Ketchikan a safe and prosperous 2021.
Thank you all again for coming tonight to help us celebrate Ketchikan's spirit of resilience. What a great theme for 2020. I'd like to take a minute to recognize your Chamber's Board of Directors. Abby Bradbury from the Lumberjack Show, Andrew Spokley from the Ward Cove Group, Ben Thompson from GCI, Bergen Wheeler from Vigor, Chelsea Goucher with Foraged and Found, Christy Willis with Aflac, Carolyn Henry with Peace Health, Jason Button with the Tongass Federal Credit Union, Jeremy Yoder with the Alaska Crepe Company, and Mary Wanzer with Coastal Real Estate. We'd also like to give a big shout out to our previous board members who've just transitioned off the board, and that's Jason Custer with AT&T and Sophia Smith with KeyBank. Enjoy the awards, they're right around the corner.
And it's the moment you've been waiting for. Drum roll, please. The 2020 Spirit of Resilience Community Awards. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, I'm Pat Tully, President of the First City Rotary Club. On behalf of the club, I am very pleased to announce the winners of the First City Rotary Vocational Service Award for Excellence in Customer Service. We have 2 winners this year, the staff of the Pioneer Home and Forget-Me-Not Chocolates. Alan Rockwood nominated the staff of the Pioneer Home, writing, "I want to nominate the Pioneer Home staff for their actions and concerns to keep COVID out of that facility, and at the same time, keep residents active and connected as best as possible. We have heard about the devastation that has occurred in other institutions where the virus has run rampant through similar populations. The very fact that this virus has been kept out of the Pioneer Home is an accomplishment to be recognized. Diane Gubatayo nominated Forget-Me-Not Chocolates. Diane said, "This past holiday season, I visited the shop on Main Street to select and purchase gifts for staff. It was my first visit. I was immediately impressed with Janice. She was very attentive to my needs and offered friendly guidance about the different chocolates. Turns out she is also very humble as she does it all. She hand makes the chocolates and treats them like special creations, so you treasure them more. She engages as a friend, describing something she loves and serves with cheer. She's created a welcoming, home-like atmosphere in her shop. And that is how she treats you as a customer, as a friend or a family member seeking something special. After my initial visit, I returned to get a gift for my daughter, and the time and effort she invested to create a special box, chocolate by chocolate, was fun to watch. Time passed easily. As I waited, I observed Janice tending to other customers. Clearly, her natural style is to share the joys of good chocolates with others, and there's a story behind every creation if you have time to hang out. To me, she, the owner, seller, and server, is the epitome of service. Thank you to the staff of the Pioneer Home and Forget-Me-Not Chocolates for your dedication to customer service in this very challenging year. And have a good evening, everyone.
If you ever wondered who thought of bringing cheese curds with aioli, or the notion that mermaid water mimosas go great with a ribeye omelet on Sunday morning, then you haven't experienced the utter culinary creativity of Chris Lemerond. As the executive chef of the Cape Fox restaurants, he is continually dreaming up new culinary delights, and even some that are so different, well, you just have to try them at least once. Chris has grown professionally over the years at Cape Fox to now run all the restaurants, and that's why Christy Willis nominated him for the Emerging Leader Award.
Thank you, kids, for helping us with the Halloween candy. You were super.
Thank you, K-High Basketball.
Thank you, K-High Basketball. You were wonderful.
A special thank you to the K-High basketball team this year. You helped us put on a really fun Halloween, getting candy from the residents, and they just loved going around, and they even got their candy down a chute from the 3rd floor, and it was so much more fun to have your candy come flying down a chute right at you. So the kids were happy, they had a good time. I was happy because I got to see my great-grandkids, and it was just a good day. Everybody had a smile on their face, and it was a fun time. We have lots of fun things that we do here in the Pioneer Home with our families, which makes it just that much more special. So thank you, young man. One of these days you'll understand how much we appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, K-High Basketball.
Thank you, K-High Basketball.
Good evening. On behalf of the Ketchikan Pioneers Home Activities Department, we would like to recognize the K-High Boys basketball team in their efforts and commitment to the elders of our home. We thank you for your volunteerism, and we are certain you are becoming emerging leaders in our community. Thank you again, and congratulations on your nomination. Go Kings!
Good luck, K-High.
The winner of the KPU Emerging Leader Award is the K-High Boys basketball team.
Hi everyone, it's Jamie Palmer, owner of the Captain's Lady at 28 Creek Street, and I am so excited to nominate this individual for Entrepreneur of the Year. as she has become a really great friend through our like businesses and boutiques. And more recently, as we've endured this pandemic together and endured the struggles of entrepreneurship during a pandemic. Who would have thought? The person that I'm nominating has honed in her culinary skills by totally revamping her business and doing a really cool pandemic pivot by introducing meats and cheeses to her shop, where she can talk about who's making the product, how do they make it, and what's special about each thing. And also, more recently, creating charcuterie boxes, a monthly subscription box that is just so cool for our little island and having this type of product here. So the person I'm nominating for Entrepreneur of the Year is Lindsay Johnson of Ketchikan Dry Goods. Hi everyone, me again, just the friend hat this time. And I'm so excited to nominate this beautiful family for Entrepreneurs of the Year, as they had the courage to start up their dream of running a bakery and coffee shop during the pandemic. And if you know them, you love them. Isn't that the saying? And it's true for these people. The Straight family is fantastic, and I am so honored to nominate them for Entrepreneurs of the Year. 55 North Coffee.
It's been all but impossible not to notice the bevy of new restaurants and familiar restaurants with new looks that have popped up around town thanks to the vision of Tim Lewis and his team. Tim's vision for creating a unique concept inside the now 5 various restaurants, despite the challenges of 2020, have brought a fresh new look to the restaurant scene around town, that's for sure. From decorations to menus and overall concept, the Cape Fox restaurants and the newly remodeled Cape Fox Lodge are sure to remain a bright addition to Ketchikan in the years to come. And that's why Tim Lewis has been nominated for Entrepreneur of the Year. The winner of the Ward Cove Group Entrepreneur of the Year goes to Lindsay Johnson, Ketchikan Dry Goods.
Hello everyone. I am Lynetta Lundberg, community member and current president of the Ketchikan Medical Center Foundation Board. I have watched Bet for many years and wondered who was this woman, small in stature, buzzing around like a bee, always with a smile and a twinkle in her eye. Little did I know when I started working closely with Bet through the Hospital Foundation that her mission in life and a natural part of who she is caring for everyone. Thank you, Bet, for all you do and who you are.
Hi, Sean Daly, Ketchikan After School Program. I'm nominating Karina Wood for the Outstanding Community Service Award. She volunteered many hours this summer working with youth at the Ketchikan After School Program. She and her company, Gateway Games, have provided supplies and time and expertise to teach kids about social skills, artistic abilities, and all the related skill sets involved with gaming in a tabletop setting. She's been a great inspiration. The kids loved her. She has a wonderful attitude, and she's been a big help even when her health was not the best at a certain point this summer. She came anyway. She followed our COVID-19 mitigation plans and was just a really, really wonderful person to have around. So I think I wanted to let the community know about her efforts. All right, thank you, Karina.
It's no secret that several of our local restaurants have had to pivot hard during 2020 to serve the community of Ketchikan. That's why the trio of the Cape Fox restaurants, The Landing and Annabelle's, were nominated for the Exemplary Community Service Award by Christy Willis. These restaurants all took a leading role, offering menus to go, family-size menus, curbside pickup, and more when they were forced to shut down and then later reduce seating during the ongoing pandemic. For many who felt uncomfortable leaving their home, well, the comfort food from these local restaurants was a delight right at their own table.
Hi, good evening. My name is Rosie Ropel. I'm a retired K-High teacher and a First City Rotarian. It's a great pleasure to nominate a self-governed group of dynamos, the K-High Rotary Interact, whose motto is Service Above Self. Interact service reaches throughout the high school, the entire community of Ketchikan, and a village in Tanzania, Africa. Throughout the years, this group of 125 students have strived to have a record year of raising money to help people. Each year they make more. In a normal year, they would raise around $15,000 for projects like activities for the Pioneer Home, a school in Africa, and other groups including hurricane disaster areas of the South. They have volunteered for the Peace Health Foundation, making desserts for a fundraiser, and have also handled trees at the Enchanted Forest Gala. They have helped Dwight King with his Eagle Scouts project, making fleece blankets for foster children, helped the First City Rotary Mother Club with the 4th of July fundraiser for the duck race and laying of carpet at the Pioneer Home. They sponsored a week-long Peace Summit at K-High, which moved into the community. They usually have a suicide awareness color run and a leadership summit and a daddy-daughter dance. This year, I don't know if they're gonna have it, but I hope so. They've handed out water to runners during the half marathons, worked at the Pumpkin Patch fundraiser for Ketchikan Volunteer Rescue Squad. They sponsored a virtual prom with 6,000 viewers and were written up in the International Rotary magazine with 1.2 million readers as a vibrant World Interact Club. And they were awarded a peace proclamation by our KGBSD Assembly. They were so proud of this. Of course, during the COVID year, this resilient group of folks has served consistently. Congratulations on your nominee, our dynamic K-High Rotary Interact Club, for your compassion for others and service above self, and congratulations to all the other nominees.
Yeah, it's the carriers that are the unsung heroes. They're the ones that are out there every day and going above and beyond, and they're the ones that I see every day. And they just, through sunshine, rain, snow, wind, they just keep going, and they're always happy about it. It's like whether, you know, you're having a bad day or not, they're not. They're happy to be delivering your mail, and they're always picking it up, and they pick it up with a smile. So they just do a really good job. They don't get appreciated enough. They should be appreciated more, and they should be recognized as being above and beyond the call of duty.
The Alaska Airlines Exemplary Community Service Award goes to the K-High Rotary Interacts Club.
Hi everyone, Jamie Palmer wearing a different hat as Division Manager for Allen Marine Tours, and I was really excited to nominate this organization for Business of the Year, as they are some of our greatest partners in all that we do, providing culinary skills to some of our tours and helping to train staff out at one of our like tours, just watching them as we went through this pandemic and amidst all the struggles that downtown businesses have had, really all business, not just downtown, all businesses on the island, and what they've done to overcome. And also just what they've done for the community at large, trying to do the Halloween bash up at the lodge, coming up and creating the Makers Market, which was a huge success for all of our artisans and local folks who wanted to get their stuff out and sell it that weren't able to do it this year at Blueberry or through other means. And so the Business of the Year nomination for me is for Cape Fox Corporation and Timothy Lewis.
Hi, my name is Sean Daly with the Ketchikan After School program. We worked with a number of providers this summer who all did amazing activities with our youth during our first annual summer camp, but the Ketchikan Kayak Company really stands out. They were able to provide consistent services over 8 weeks, 3 days a week, and they helped with our mitigation plan. They were very strategic and flexible with their activities, and this was during the wettest summer of the year, in addition to the first COVID pandemic year that we've had in this city. So I just really think that they deserve some recognition, and I wanted to bring the attention of their efforts to the community. Thank you, and thank you, David, and thank you to the Ketchikan Kayak Company.
Our next nominee has been in business for over 100 years as Southeast Alaska's oldest continuously operating store. During the pandemic, they had kept all their stores open day in and day out, despite the fact that they were crucially and financially impaired by the loss of tourism dollars. In addition, their leader, Chris Parks, has played a key role in helping to plan for future tourism opportunities, all the while oftentimes working 6 to 7 days a week himself. Tongass Trading has always been there consistently for the community without fail, keeping their stores open and available for the locals. Tongass Trading, nominated for Business of the Year.
And the winner of the Small Business Development Corporation and the Ketchikan Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, Cape Fox Corporation.
Hello, good evening to all. My name is Bev. I'm a registered nurse. I'm retired now after over 40 years of working in Ketchikan. I would like to acknowledge Abner Hogue, our EOC manager for the Greater Ketchikan area. He has demonstrated true leadership while caring for the health and safety of our community agencies, entities, and of our citizens. He has partnered with many agencies and persons, both in our community and at the state level, keeping us in the know for all we ever wanted to know about COVID-19 and then some. He has done this role graciously and humbly with the constant reminder and message to us: be kind. And he himself has walked those words. Abner, thank you for all that you have done for our community. Stay safe.
Good morning. I'm Shauna Lee, owner of My Alaska Tours right here in beautiful Ketchikan, coming at you with my nomination for Citizens of the Year. Now, I've lived in Ketchikan my entire life, and I hadn't met these two until just a couple of years ago, which really surprised me. But in the last few years, as I've gotten to know them, I have been astounded by these two people. They not only own and operate so many businesses in town that I was completely unaware of, bringing innovation and jobs to this community. I have been so impressed by their creativity, by their enthusiasm, and by their dedication to make this town a better place to work and to live. And I have been so extremely lucky in the last few years to be able to work with them on the Ward Cove dock. As you can see it right here behind me, this incredible dock is going to bring so many opportunities to the town and so many jobs, including the one that I have. So I'm extremely proud to nominate for Citizens of the Year, Dave and Andrew Spokley. I feel so very lucky to be working with the Spokley family here on the Ward Cove Dock project, in addition to all of the amazing projects that they have going on here. And this beautiful mill is going to be refurbished and will become an iconic spot for the entire community.
Hi, my name is Sean Daly with the Ketchikan After School Program. I nominated RYC's Dustin Larna. I believe he did a tremendous job helping the community with helping to distribute snacks, food, relief, and in addition to his tremendous work he does with the RYC youth and the boys and girls homes and the outpatient kids and the foster care kids, I think he's been a tremendous asset to the community this year. He also helped secure funding to provide after-school clubs at multiple schools. And I just think he's done a tremendous job. Thanks.
My name is Gretchen O'Sullivan, Fire Marshal for the City of Ketchikan. Sue Stone has been educating in our community for decades. She was both a Girl Scout leader and a council president. She founded the Houtling PTA, was a classroom and ballet mom when her girls were young, and now she does it as a grandma. As a teacher, she's advocated for her students as she teaches them by example the value of being a good citizen. She is loved by all and a great example to our high school students.
And the Optimum Health and Wellness Citizen of the Year goes to Chief Abner Hogue.
Good evening, hello to you all. I'm so glad to be able to join you to highlight the strength of Ketchikan and all the individuals and organizations who work so hard to make a positive impact on the broader community. I know you've had a great deal to celebrate tonight. Ketchikan's history and resources have helped shape the community that we know today, built on fisheries and timber and now tourism. The community has transformed, but the resilience, the grit, and the pioneering spirit that it took to build Ketchikan remains, and it's woven into the fibers of your community. Janice Breversden of Forget Me Not Chocolates is but one example of that Ketchikan spirit, as she continued to operate her new store, share her delicacies with the community, amid a year that was anything but normal. Ketchikan has faced some real hardships in the last few years, we know that. There have been multiple tragedies in airplane accidents. We've seen the loss of respected community leaders. And then more recently, the community was tested by record flooding and high winds. And I want to thank the many first responders and the community members who stepped up. One of your own deserves special recognition tonight for his steadfast leadership during these events. And that's Chief Abner Hogue, who's the Ketchikan Citizen of the Year. So congratulations to you. I also want to give a special shout out to the Ketchikan basketball team members and the Ketchikan Interact students for their exemplary community service in helping others. The COVID pandemic has been an unsettling time for all of us, but particularly alarming for our older Alaskans who are at greater risk. And the isolation that comes with implementing much needed safety precautions can be really hard on our loved ones, both mentally and emotionally. But the Ketchikan Pioneer Home staff have done an amazing job of keeping our seniors healthy and safe while keeping them actively engaged. I know as one who has had several members of my family receive great care at the Pioneer Home, I appreciate all that they do, but the staff certainly deserves the accolades that they've received with their award tonight. The pandemic has crippled Alaska's tourism season, especially devastating for a community like Ketchikan, whose economy largely depends on that summer season. But in true Alaska fashion, instead of giving up, you're muscling through. The Cape Fox Lodge is deserving of the Business of the Year award for what they have done to keep community spirits up while still trying to operate multiple new businesses. Lindsay Johnson of Ketchikan Dry Goods has also shown great resilience this year as she pivoted to turn a store that typically relies heavily on tourism into what I hear has now become a hometown favorite. All those who have received awards tonight are incredibly deserving, and you all reflect the broader community of Ketchikan. Our local businesses and organizations couldn't have overcome the obstacles of this hard year without the support of neighbors and friends. And whether it's shopping local or lending a helping hand, each of you has made a difference. It is your collective strength and resolve to rise above challenges that make you the strong community that you are. Congratulations to all. Best wishes in the new year. Take care.